Hello everyone and a very warm welcome to all of you into my channel A to Z Therapy with Smruti. This is your host Smriti Sikta Mishra. I'm an occupational therapy and clinical psychology student. So come, join me on my journey of becoming a therapist and let's learn together.
Hello, Chinmoy sir. It's such a pleasure
Okay.
for the organization to have you. Firstly, we will be dividing the whole podcast series into three parts. As I think Dr. Harprashad Mishra has already briefed you. My first question will be, can you please give a brief introduction about your
Yeah, yeah,
family and all?
yeah. Thank you, Smurti. Thank you, Dr. Hari Prasad. It's my pleasure to be here. And I am Chinmoy Kumar Pati from Cuttack. And my father is a bank employee and was serving in Defense Air Force for 26 years. And then he retired and now he is in bank. And my mother is housewife and my sister is in Bangalore and she is a software engineer.
Okay.
And yeah,
Yeah, so how has been your preschooling, nursery, and your the UKG
my
days and all?
preschooling and preschooling and those earlier days were quite good because I was born and brought up in Air Force compound and Air Force surrounding, and it was a quite good experience at that time.
Mm-hmm.
And I started my schooling in Assam, Jorhat. It was LKG, then UKG, and pre UKG. You can say that in Sulur, South India.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So how is were you someone who was very inclined to academics, or what was like with you?
I was quite balancing both around. Like I was also loving sports, also in
Mm-hmm.
some kind of drama, also, and
Mm-hmm.
in academics, I was quite okay,
Okay.
quite good. I was,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, to go on with it, I just want to let the audience know that Chinmay is today's guest, as well as he's a friend of mine since school days. Actually, we had 6 years of schooling together back in Odisha. And to be brief about him, what I recall from the past experiences as a friend is that in those days he used to wear some special characters. He was quite tall and he used to stand in the last person in the prayer lines, and during the sports activities he was very enthusiastic, as well as distinctly what we all students and his colleagues remember is that he used to wear kneecaps most often the times, and that's a kind of, you can say, a special mark we all remember. About his academics, what I can say is that most of my friends and also I have observed that he was a person who scores the max with the least preparation, you can say. And he was master of everything, you can say. Yeah, he used to be taking part in the various house activities, starting from various competitions. And as I mentioned, he was very enthusiastic as a sports person, and he will be telling more about his achievements. And he was not a topper, you can say, but yes, he was among the, you can say, good scorers and always in the favorite of the teachers. Yeah, go on, Smriti.
Thank you, Har Prasad.
Okay. So as Sir mentioned that you have always been a very sportive person. So kabaddi, football, shot put, handball. How has been your
Handball.
Yeah. So how has been your memory with sports?
Um, I was quite enthusiastic for sports. My father wants to be a sports person, so from his gene, I have taken that to be a sports person. I also wanted to be a sports person, but fortune was not with me. So
Mm-hmm.
uh, I started first with shot put and discus throw. Uh, in that I have represented my school in regional level, and I brought a bronze medal in hammer throw, and then in in kabaddi it was in primary school I was playing kabaddi, and in that also I represented school, and we brought first or second prize, I don't remember, but we got a prize. And then after that
I distinctly remember it was first prize. Yeah.
oh, yeah, then after that uh, in the higher classes I shifted to handball, and then in handball I got bronze, sorry, silver medal, and then next year a gold medal. Our team was the winner, so it was quite good experience at that time. I wanted to continue it, but my fortune was not with me.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so how was your experience in the academics of class 10th and 12th, the high
Yeah,
school portion?
uh, yeah. Uh, in class 10th, it was very good, very good. I got CGPA 10 at that time and got scholarship from school and CBSE. That was a very good time. But after my 10th, my hmm, ankylosing spondylitis was diagnosed,
Mhm.
and then it was quite a bit problematic for my to study, and so it was not a good experience in the later part of the studies, but means in school. Like after half of 12th, sorry, in the mid of 11th, I was admitted first time in hospital, SCV Medical.
Mhm.
So that was my attack on knee. So my knee were swollen, and doctor that time diagnosed that it's rheumatoid arthritis.
Okay.
Both knees were swollen, and I was admitted in rheumatology department under Dr. Sorry, I can't recall him.
No issues. Yeah.
Then after that, I recovered and then continued. But from 2015 January, it was um, quite difficult for me to walk, and so uh, I was not able to give the pre-board, second pre-board of my 12th class.
Mhm.
And then also it was very difficult to uh, give exam in exam hall. I was going in car sleeping.
Mhm.
By sleeping, I was not able to go to the my room, which room I was allotted. So I was given a special room for examination. Then 12th class, I scored 63% after all these hodgepodge and problems. But it was a quite good experience till 12th class in school. But 12th class was very difficult for me to complete.
Yeah.
In after my first exam, second exam was like I will not go to the exam hall. That
Mhm.
was my thing. But
Yeah.
luckily, I was able to complete at that time.
Okay.
Yeah. To add on to it, I must say two to three things. That is, in the case of Chinmay, what happened is that primarily he was living in Odisha during all these rheumatological conditions. And what happens is that finally he has been diagnosed with ankylosing spondylitis. But in the initial days, he was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. For the benefit of the audience, what happens is that there are a spectrum of disease in rheumatology and arthritis, which has a lot of overlap of symptoms. So for a doctor, it's very difficult to make a perfect diagnosis without all the complete investigations and all the clinical pictures in mind. So you can say that he was misdiagnosed for some time, but yes, he has got both RA factor positive, as well as there is a special gene that is called HLA-B27. I guess Chinmay, you are also positive with that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So that's the small medical story of Chinmay. To add on to it, I just want to mention few more things to the audience. That Ankylosing spondylitis starts primarily with the joints and as a bone disease, but as it grows further and further, it affects multiple things, be it your eyes, be it your skin, and it may also convert or overlap with other rheumatological conditions. So, as a physician, what I advise for the audience is that you should be very obscure as well as very looking into your all the clinical signs and symptoms you manifest in your day-to-day life. That what Chinmay did, and luckily I will say that yes, he suffered a lot and he has undergone the hip replacement surgery. But when I see different patients who are diagnosed at 30s and 40s and even in 50s of ankylosing spondylitis, it's the patient as well as the practicing physician's mistake that the patient was not diagnosed early. So it's good that he was diagnosed early. I hope and also pray that he has got a faster recovery with his hip replacement. Moving on, Chinmay, what do you think? Did you manifested any kind of symptoms during your childhood? Must not be that
Yeah,
much of painful, but in your school days of class fourth, fifth, sixth,
yeah.
which affected your
In
activities. Can you just go through that? Yeah.
initially first symptom I got in class fourth, I think it was
Yeah.
my knees were sometimes swollen and I was unable to walk both
Okay.
knees. At that
Okay.
time, I was in Bhatinda, Punjab, and it
Mm-hmm.
was the winter season. So we all thought that it's due to winter and cold. It's not suiting me. And
Mm-hmm.
then we it was just a 2 3 days problem at
Mm-hmm.
that time. So we didn't consider it as it would be a chronic disease or anything. So it
Mm-hmm.
was just a small span of problem I got first, and then after that I was again attacked by this in a year and a half later
Mm-hmm.
when I again came to Odisha from
Mm-hmm.
Punjab.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all started with a stomach pain, and then suddenly one day I was unable to walk from right side.
Okay.
Yeah, it was the first attack. I think first two attacks were these two.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah,
And can you tell about something about your childhood hobbies? Yes, we came to know about your academics
yeah.
and school life, but we missed upon the hobbies part. Can you just tell me about that? What are your hobbies during
I
the
was
childhood? Yeah.
yeah
Other than the sports and academics, other things.
I was very keen to know about computers and what's in the hardware of the computer.
Okay. Not much about the
Yeah,
software.
not much about the software, but I was
Yeah.
quite everything I used to all the electronics item I used to open it with a screwdriver, and then something I can fix and something I
Yeah.
cannot fix. That
Yeah.
remains like that, and
Mm-hmm.
it goes to dustbin.
Yeah.
And this was my a time pass. Come my curious nature it was,
Mm-hmm.
and I used to like surfing net and
Mm-hmm.
somewhat traveling. I was quite happy when I used to travel,
Mm-hmm.
and I love by riding bike and cars.
Yeah, definitely. And that I also still remember. Yeah, yeah, bike riding. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I also want to know all about uh, that car and bike
Mm-hmm.
also.
Yeah.
My future plan was before these attacks was to
Mm-hmm.
become an uh, automobile engineer.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah. No matters. I still feel that 10 to 12 years down the line, we will still be having a different Chinmay, having a professional interview with you, having as a coming out of this deadly disease, you can say AS. And despite this strangling surgery, you have recovered fast. And I hope that you'll be coming out of that. Yeah.
yeah.
Well, thanks for the prayers, sir. Um, So how has been your college life? You have done your graduation in commerce. Uh,
The initial stage of my college life was quite problematic, and I was not a regular student of college.
Mm-hmm.
At that time, also, I was not away of
So
pain
where
or
did you yeah, yeah. So Chinmay, where
yeah.
did your colleging from?
Oh, sorry. I completed my BCom and MCom, both
Okay.
graduation and masters from Ravensa University, Cuttack.
Yeah, and at that time you are doing staying at your home only, and you're
Yeah.
dealing traveling to the college and coming back from Cuttack. Yeah.
Yes, I used to
So for the
travel
yeah,
at first
yeah.
year.
So
I just given my exams. I
hmm,
haven't attended any classes. In
yeah,
from
yeah.
second year, I was I was quite a regular, and third year I was a regular student. And
Hmm,
then in MCom, I was a regular student. There, I used to drive daily with my car.
hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it was and my graduation, I luckily got first class distinction,
Yeah.
and sorry, and
That's what I
then
mentioned earlier. Yeah, that's what I mentioned earlier. He has been a man from the past. He prepares what he achieves. You can say 95 to 100% with that. So that's why I always say that he has got a spirit, and he is a wild card entry to this befitting world. Yeah.
thank you. And in MCom, I also in that also I completed with first class distinction.
Okay, great to know that. So, what are the health issues you faced during those days? Because I think you started your graduation in 2015 only, if I'm
Yes,
correct. Yeah,
yeah,
and you completed your MCom in 2019.
2020.
Yeah, 2020. In which month?
In December, due to Corona, it was delayed.
Okay, okay, okay.
Yeah,
And Chinmay was operated for hip replacement surgery in September 2020.
sorry, that was 2019 first hip replacement left side, and
Huh?
then
Yeah.
second hip replacement in August 2020.
Okay, so correcting it, he did there were two surgeries, one in 2019 and followed by in August 2020. That's
20,
correct?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah. So the gap between the two surgeries, how many months?
11 months nearly.
Okay, okay, okay. And during the college life, what all health issues you faced? Otherwise, compared to your joint issues, other issues
Yeah,
maybe in your eyes or in other parts of the
yes,
body?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah. I was attacked by uveitis.
yeah.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
doctor who can explain that.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
So yeah, go on.
uveitis is also a
Mm-hmm.
problem. I have suffered uh, twice with that.
Okay, okay.
uh, and I always got a stiffness in my back and shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
lower limbs were majorly majorly affected, like
Okay,
knees
and
and
okay.
ankle.
Mm-hmm. And
And
since how long you have been wearing specs?
I have been wearing specs from 2013.
13. And do
Yes.
you frequently change the specs due to change in the power?
Yes, not too
Yeah,
frequently, but
yeah.
change in
On
the
a
power.
on what
Uh,
basis? Means how many duration?
nearly,
6 months,
nearly
1 year, 2 year?
one and a
Okay,
half years or 2 years
okay.
nearly.
O- Okay, so the audience must note that ankylosing spondylitis is basically the underlying pathology or pathophysiology, what you can call it, is an inflammatory condition. Means there is inflammation, there results in swelling. So whatever happens, it's due to only inflammation, be it the joints, be it at the bones, be it in the eyes, or be it in the heart. So what Chinmay told is that about uveitis, there is a layer in the eyes called uvea, you can say, and it gets inflamed, and it has got multiple manifestations, starting from blurring of vision to other manifestations of various ophthalmology conditions. But I hope that he doesn't suffer much from due to his uveitis, and there was resolution of those issues. And I hope that going to further, Chinmay, can you tell more about the issues you had with your peer circle? Means how your peer circle in college reacted to your ankylosing spondylitis and regular absenteeism, and how they were receptive, or they cooperated, how they accepted. What was the
Yeah.
reaction from the college friends?
At first, I was very nervous to go to college because of I was going to college with a chair, um, with a chair, a special chair made for me, and
Mm-hmm.
I was going on a walker. So I was
Mm-hmm.
quite nervous to enter to the classroom. But
Okay.
then gradually, I got confidence, and they were very cooperative with me,
Mm-hmm.
and they used to share notes or
Mm-hmm.
any kind of help I need. They help me,
Mm-hmm.
and
And how were the teachers? Yeah.
teachers were also very cooperative and helpful for that,
Mm-hmm.
for considering my condition.
Okay.
Yeah, and they used to help me with teachers also gave me some kinds of notes and shared with me, especially due to because I was not able to attend the classes. So
Mm-hmm.
they personally shared me some notes. So I was
Yeah.
very thankful for the teacher and my friends
Mm-hmm.
for cooperating in my graduation as well as post graduation life.
Okay. Okay. Great to know. So that's it, audience, in the part 1 of this episode of this podcast. For more updates, do stay tuned to our episode of coming edition of the podcast. The part 2 will be on the surgical aspects and how was the experience of surgery of Chinmay. So do check out that episode as well. So Smruti, can we start with the part 2, or we need to log in with a different ID?
No, no, we can go on.
Yeah,
Yeah, we can go on. All
yeah.
right. So you said that first you were misdiagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. So when was it confirmed that you were suffering from ankylosing spondylitis? At what age?
uh, Sorry. At In 2014, I was around 19 years old, and my confirmation was given in SCB Medical when I was admitted
Mhm.
in the hospital for there I got tested for HLA-B 27 positive, and there it was confirmed that I have ankylosing spondylitis also.
Mm.
Before that, only treatment for arthritis was going on.
Okay.
I have tried different things like from allopathy, Ayurvedic, homeopathy, and also uh, any kind of
Medication,
treatment
yeah.
which is available in Odisha. I have tried all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, before surgery, if you are asked now that for a patient who is now suffering from the same kind of symptoms that you had in the past, what you will advise for somebody or some patient who's coming from a tier 2 or tier 3 city? Because you are lucky that near to you there was SCB Medical College, which is one of the prime medical institutes in east part of India. And for the audience, it's one of the oldest medical college India has, and it has been producing great eminent doctors since long. Yeah, Chinmay, any advices for the patients who are having the same?
I will first of all tell them start workout. Workout is the best medicine for this kind of condition. I was playing handball till 2013 and 13 June July. That was
Mm-hmm.
my time. Till that I was fully fit, and after
Mm-hmm.
that, after leaving for handball, just in six
Mm-hmm.
months I was ridden again.
Okay.
Just in 6 months. Can you imagine that in six
Yeah, yeah.
months disease can capture you like that, that you will you will be playing before 6 months in inter school competition, and then
Mm-hmm.
in next 6 months you are in bed in hospital.
Yeah, yeah. Even as far as my experience is concerned, I can say that even within 1 week, the symptoms can deteriorate to a great drastic levels, because it's just like that. As it's a COVID pandemic, and you all have been listening that COVID has got a great attack on the respiratory system. So in the same manner, the inflammatory reactions go on, and once there is a kind of tsunami happening, then there is no stop. The patient lands up in a hospital bed, and if not treated at time, and if timely the drugs are not started, the patient might land up with a disability, and can be having some